than our grandparents knew and than people knew 100 years ago. And there's going to be even more in the future, but it's not because of trade, it's because of automation. So I would like the president to understand that trade is good, trade helps producers, trade helps consumers, but individual advisors don't get to substitute their judgment for the president's judgment. What you'd like is the president to put a chief of staff in place to lead a policy process where a president can, in a dispassionate way, deliberate about lots of information and lots of advice and wisdom and counsel, and then he can make a long-term decision. So one advisor shouldn't be substituting his or her wisdom for the president's, but there should be a process by which the president gets some counsel, and it feels like neither of those things are happening in the right way right now.
Do you think it's important for the president to publicly stabilize his staffing situation in the White House? Because it certainly looks a little dysfunctional to the public.
You know, I don't have any desire to beat the president up, but it's pretty clear that this White House is a reality show, soap opera presidency. I mean, the drama is the drama of Omarosa and the drama of Cohen and the drama of Manafort and the drama of the Woodward quotes and the drama of these op-eds. What you'd like is the president to not worry so much about the short term of staffing, but the long term of vision casting for America. Pull us together as a people, help us deliberate about where we should go, and then build a team of great low ego people around you. Right now it feels like there's just way too much drama every day, and that distracts us from the longer term stuff we should be focused on together.
You said something that really rang true with me when you said the following on Fox on Friday. Take a listen.
The Congress is a broken institution. We don't deliberate about long-term things. People want you all have an important role to help narrate what's happening in American life, but senators shouldn't aspire to be pundits all day, every day.
Well, Megan McArdle wrote the following about you and said, Sasse has precisely diagnosed the problem, but American politics will not recover unless the doctor is prepared to take his own advice. For Ben Sasse, ironically, has become well known for his public statements on character and constitutional order while doing relatively little on the legislative front. Have you found the Senate that you can't do what you thought you could do when you ran for the Senate? Is it because the body itself is dysfunctional?
I think there's dysfunction in both of these main two branches, right? The legislative branch and the executive branch. I'm proud that we got a piece of legislation passed last month that I authored on the Cyber Solarium Commission, which is to try to upgrade American military planning for the cyber age. And so that kind of stuff is really important, and it should come out of the legislature. But frankly, to really focus the attention of the American public on it, you need the bully pulpit of the White House. And again, I want to go back to the fact that the president has put a lot of good people in around him. General Paul Nakasone, the head of Cyber Command and the NSA, is a really thoughtful long-term thinker, and kudos to the president for promoting him. But we need both the Congress and the presidency to be focused on helping the American people understand the future of cyber war. Again, I'm glad I got a piece of legislation done on that last month, but the bigger thing we need is a discourse that's partly led by the president about stuff that's 10 years in the future, not 10 hours in the future. And right now, most of D.C. is just addicted to short-term media cycles, and frankly, we need fewer people in Congress who are that obsessed with tomorrow, not obsessed with their own incumbency, and more obsessed with the future their kids and grandkids are going to grow up in.
One of the things you said in the wake of the memorials honoring John McCain, you said, you know, the best thing to do would be to really pass some meaningful, tough ethics legislation. And I'm curious, we looked up, and right now, probably the most confident